Welcome back. In our previous video, we create a quote app where you have a list of quotes. When you click one of them, you have all the details for this quote. For that, we were using the table view. What we are going to create today is a to-do list app using again table view based on what we learned last time. Then I'm going to create a new project. This project is an app. The name of this app is ToDo List, for example. Okay, storyboard is our interface, a language. I check already use core data. Basically, when you check this one, we can save whatever we want in a local database. In this video, we prepare the app to do that, but in the next video I'll show you how we are going to save and retrieve data from the local database. For now, check use core data, then we are ready for the next video. Okay, then next I'm going to save this project in my local folder, and then we are ready to start. As usual, we have all the basic detail about our application, and we are going to delete the view controller in Swift because we don't need it. In the storyboard, we are going to delete also the view controller. Okay, we don't have absolutely nothing here. First, we want to create a class, basically a new file, where we are going to save the data for each to do. For that, I'm going here, I'm going to create a new file. This file is a Swift file, and the name is to do. Be careful because it's case sensitive. Then if you use capital letters like here, everywhere you have to use capital letters in your code, okay, when you refer to this class. Then I create this one, is empty. Then I create the class is called to do, and I want to save the name of the to do. Okay, A is an empty string, but also I want to save the priority. Okay, A is a number between 0 means is not really important, 1 is urgent, and 2 is very, very urgent. Okay, now do that. We are going back to our storyboard, and we add a new file in Cocoa Touch class for the table view we are going to create. Then I'm going to select as a subclass UI table view, and then here to do table view class. Okay, then I save this file. Now I'm going to create an array where we are going to save all the to do. Okay, for this reason I'm going to define a variable to do's, and the type of this variable is basically the class I just created, and then I define this as an array. Now we are going to change the number of section is just 1, and here the number of the row come from the to-dos, okay, because I count how many lines we have in our variable. Then in our style here, I'm going to add some code. Now, I just to verify if it's working or not, I'm going to add in the view did load a new to do. Okay. Then to do one name equals test, and to do one priority is, for example, 1. And then I'm going to say to do is equals to do. Okay. Now, sorry, like this one. Now I want to display this cell. Then I'm going to create a new cell. This is UI table view cell. Okay. Then I want to read the row from this variable, so I know what we are going to display. Then selected to do equal to do's, and then index row. Now I'm going to define what I want to display here. Then I'm going to say if the selected row and the priority is equal 1, okay, I want to text, I want to add in the text a special character. I'll show you in a second, and then select to do name. Here I want to use an exclamation mark, an emoticon exclamation mark. To add emoticon is quite easy in macOS, because if you press on your keyboard Control, Command, and then space, the emoticon appear on your screen. Then you can select the emoticon you want, in this case an exclamation mark. Now I'm going to say if the priority equals 2, because I'm a bit lazy, I just copy this one and I add also the last line of this else. Okay, I'm doing the same here, Control Command Space, the double exclamation mark. Okay, now in the storyboard I'm going to add a table view controller here. Okay, I'm going to say this is the initial view, and also I'm going to select the code you want to associate to this table view. As we did last time, I want to use also navigation. Then I'm going to editor, embedded in navigation controller. Okay. Now I run the application just to check if it is working as we expect. The simulator is starting. Obviously, wrong simulator, because we want to use iPhone 11, but no worries. See, it's here. Then in a sec, maybe we have the answer. Yes, see, we have the first line in our test post list. Sorry, in the table view. I want to run this one in iPhone 11 just to be sure everything is okay, and then we can continue. Yeah, perfect. Now, obviously this to do is embedded in this controller. we want the ability to add a new to-do. Okay, basically the user has to add a new to-do. Then I remove this one, also with some comments. Okay, and I'm going back to the storyboard, and now what I want to do here is to add a bar button. For this reason, I click here, I search for bar. See, we have a bar button item, and I put the button here. Basically, if you go on the property on this button, we can, for example, change in another character or another string this title. I'm using this one because probably we want to change this title based on the language of the user. Then it's possible to use localization for this button. Okay, then I'm using this option. Now I want to create another view controller. Then I add a new view controller. Okay, and in this case, what I'm going to do is to add first a new class for this view controller. Is again a Cocoa class, is a view controller. Okay, and this is a to-do. I'm using the same camera case than before. Okay, I create this class again. I have everything here. I'm going here, and basically I'm going to select the add view controller. And now I click on the plus button, I press Ctrl on my keyboard, and then I draw a line, okay, to connect the plus with this one, and then show. You see, there is a sequence here. Basically, what's happening at the moment is if I'm going in our application, I press the plus, I'm jump in the other view. Now in this view, we want to add some UI component to add to type the name of the to-do and also the priority. For this reason, I'm going to start to add a label here. I'm going to say this is the name of the to-do. I'm going to add some constraint. No, 30, just to be precise. Okay. One thing I never show you: when you click on a label or any other UI element, you also can change font and the style. In this case, I want just semi-bold because it's the name of a field. Then I want to add a text box. Again, is 10. Okay. Remember, press Ctrl, click on the text box, and I drag here and then vertical space. Now I add a new one. This is another label. In this case is 10. Yeah, 10 I said. Okay, this is priority, is semi-bold. Okay, and I'm drag a segment control. Okay, then we set the priority as 3 values. Sorry, first control vertical space. 3 values, none, exclamation mark, and 2 exclamation mark, because they are very important. Then in the attributes of this control, the segment control, you go here, you have segments. Here we have to say we have 3 segments. The first one is none. Then I select the other one. Also here I can press Ctrl, Command and Space, and the emoticons are showing a pop-up. I select this one, and then I click the third one again. I use this one. Okay, quite easy. And now I need a button, okay, to say okay, add this one, this new to-do to the list. Add to-do. Where is the list? The list is basically in this controller. Then from this controller to update this variable, we have to pass when I click basically here, we have to pass basically view controller to this view, so this view can change the data in the table view and then display the new list. For this reason, I'm going to create a new variable. For example, I'm going to create this new to-do table view controller. Okay. This is of the tape to-do table view, but this this variable could be nil, and then I define like that the variable. Then this new variable is of this tape, it could be nil. Now here I'm going to split the assistant. Okay, I'm here. I'm going to create some outlet here. Okay, the first one for the name. This is just text field. I'm doing the same for the priority. This in this case is priority segment. Now I delete the comment, and I'm going to create a new action for this button. Okay, and I'm going to call out that button. What's happened now? Now I have to read the data from the form, okay, and save them in a new variable. For example, new to do. And this variable is of the type to do. Then in new to do, the priority is equal to the priority segment. And I want to know what segment the user selected, and then I want to know the text value, the name text, a new to do name is name. Okay, then basically in this way we read from the view the segment, this one, and the name of the file. Okay, and we save this information in a new variable to-do, new to-do of the type to-do. Now is the complicated part, because we have to define the sequence. Then I'm going here. Basically, I'm going to copy the prepare here. I add this one here. I delete a couple of comments because we don't need it. And then we say I create a new temporary variable to do view controller equals sequence destination as a add to do view controller. Then to add to do view controller, I have this view controller, this variable, and basically I say, okay, pass yourself, basically this class, to that view controller. Okay. Then in the add view controller, when the table view pass the controller to this view, we pass also in this variable the previous table view controller. What we can do now here we have all the data from the view. What I want to say is now add this data to this variable, to this list, this array of value, and then refresh the data. For this, I'm going to say to do table view controller dot to do. Then I append the new to do, okay, in this variable. Then basically I add a new line, a new element to the to do's. Then again I say in to do table view controller, I'm using the data view. I said reload the data. Now this function, this view is not useful anymore. I can redirect the user to the main view. For this reason, I can use the navigation controller. I can say, okay, pop this view controller, and then come back to the previous one. Now, if I press play, we can test if the application is working as expected. Then I press play, saying there is always some problem, probably in the view controller. Here I forgot to define also this one. Okay, I think that is the only one is missing. Then I'm going to say first to do is quite important, and I press to do. To do is here. Okay. Now what I want to do is when I click on this to do, I want to display the detail. For this reason, I'm going back to our storyboard. For now, I close this one. Okay. And now I have to create another view controller. I put the view controller underneath. Okay, I'm going to add a new file for this view controller. It's a touch. Okay, is a view controller. This is to do details view controller. Okay, I save this file. For now, we don't need anything here. And now what I have to do is basically to create a connection between the cell and the new view controller. For this reason, I can go also here, and if I press Ctrl, I can drop a line from the tab browser view to here, and then I can say show. We have a sequence here. I going to name move to details. Okay. Now, what I want to do here in this view controller is first I add a new one. Yes, I want to do view details. Okay. Yeah, I want to add a label here. I'm going to display the to do the user select. I center this one, but also I want to add a button. The reason of this button is if this to do is done, okay, I want basically to delete this to do wrong, this to do from my list. Okay, it's something the deletion that we see in the next video. For now, just we prepare the view. Then again, I'm going to the assistant. I'm going to add done. Okay, and I'm going to create also the outlet for this one. I'm going to call to do label. Okay, and now to the label. Okay, hold on. What I have to do now is to change the main table view and also the sequence, because I have to say when the user click on a cell, I have to display here all the data. And for this reason, I have to define a new variable called to do. And this variable is of the type to do. Okay, then when I'm arrive here, basically I'm going to write in this, sorry, to do. Okay, I'm going to say if the priority, if to do priority equals 1, then I'm going to say to do label dot text. Why I forgot something? Then is to do dot name. Okay, and again here control space and command control command space. Okay, I select this one. I'm lazy, then I copy this line. I say else if to do dot priority equal to, or else then here we have control command space, the double, or just this one for every other priority. Now I'm going to go to the to-do table view controller, and in the prepare function I'm going to add another one. I say let details view controller sequence dot destination as the to do detail controller. Then if selected to do if equal sender as to do, then in details controller I can find the to do is equal selected selected sorry, I forgot let selected to do, much better. Okay, now I try to run the application. Okay, now I'm going to add the first to do. Is quite important. I'm going to create a second to do. Is very important. I add the third to do. Is not really important. And now when I click on this one, I can see the detail of this to do. Okay, then what we have is a to-do list application where the user can add a new to do in any time, select the priority with this segment control, and basically add the value in this table view. As I said at the beginning, we have a problem because if I'm going to delete, to close the app, we lost all the data. What we are doing in the next video is to extend this to-do list to save our to-do in the database, and then we can also delete some values. See you in the next video.